everyone, I'm Abby Sharp. Welcome to Abby's Kitchen. Today's video is sponsored by Bellway, and I'm gonna be taking you behind the scenes to share my insanely early and very geeky bedtime routine. But first, let me tell you about today's sponsor, Bellway. I've spoken about the importance of good digestive health many times on this channel before, since our gut plays a role in literally every other system in our body, from our immune system, heart, brain, skin, nails, you name it. If our digestive system is disturbed, there's a risk that everything else won't work optimally either. My long-term followers also know that I am low-key obsessed with getting my fiber, not only for good digestion, but also to help build those satiating snacks and meals with the hunger-crushing combo in mind. But let's be real. While a lot of the influencers that you see me review are getting more than their fair share of fiber, most people that I see in real life aren't getting anywhere near enough. So if you're struggling to hit your 25 to 38 grams of fiber a day, you may want to consider a third-party tested fiber supplement like Bellway. So Bellway is a psyllium fiber supplement that helps to keep you regular without making you rush to the washroom. It's appropriate for a wide range of dietary restrictions like vegan, gluten-free, and even keto, for whom getting enough fiber can be an extra challenge. And it's flavored with real fruit so that it actually tastes really good. You can mix it into your water or a smoothie and take it every day if you want, or just on those occasions when you need a little help meeting your needs, like maybe you're away from home or you're vacationing, etc. So if you want to give Bellway a try, you can use my code below to get 20% off of your first order. Also, you can pause the screen and check out my disclaimer here, including a reminder that my bedtime routine is not, I repeat, not to serve as a suggestion on what to do or what is healthy to do. Honestly, some of my habits are kind of messed up thanks to my COVID and baby-related insomnia. But since you all enjoyed my insane 4 a.m. morning routine so much, and I got countless questions about what time I had to go to bed to accommodate that early wake-up call, I wanted to give you a real, authentic look at how I spend the hours after dinner. Let me get you up to speed. It's 6 p.m. and we have just finished our family dinner. Yes, I have dinner at a very geriatric 5:30 p.m. Welcome to parenthood, folks. I don't know how everyone else is feeling after being locked up for so long, but I genuinely am concerned that when COVID does go away and life somewhat returns to normal, that I'm never going to have like the confidence to go out for a 7:30 p.m. dinner reservation again.
A little dinner, dancing, drinks. You said you didn't have plans. That's what you said?
My social anxiety related to my sleep and my evening routine is pretty intense. But anyways, back to said routine. So I basically tidy up the kitchen, doing a mediocre job at best. Cleaning is not my forte.
This sink is filthy.
My husband can definitely attest to that, as I am much more proficient at making a mess than cleaning it up. But I do try to at least make sure that there isn't any leftover food on the table for Poppy to eat while my husband takes both kids upstairs. Poppy, what did you eat? Now, before heading upstairs myself, I pop O's bottle of pumped milk in the bottle warmer. I used to exclusively breastfeed before bed, but I was finding that, like most women, my supply is naturally lowest at this time of night. And I was just concerned that O just wasn't able to get enough milk to get him through a whole 12-hour stretch. So now my hubby helps me out a little bit by giving him a bottle of pumped milk before I nurse. Then I set out the kids' PJs. So these ones are from Little Sleepies. They are the only PJs that I buy. They're super comfy and stretchy, and they're really great if you've got really super long kiddos like I do, where they tend to outgrow the length before the width of anything. So this pattern is what E calls feety moons. He used to wear the 2-piece PJs until he saw that O got one, like a 1-piece zippy, and then I had to buy E a whole new bedtime wardrobe to match. So if this is the worst of sibling rivalry that I'm gonna get, I'm okay with that. The boys bathe together right now because your girl does not have the bandwidth to do everything twice.
Ain't nobody got time for that.
Thank you very much. That means a little bath seat for O, and E just kind of roams free range style with every random toy that we own. And yes, that is a manual silicone breast pump, which has become one of his favorites for some strange but not surprising reason.
What in the ass?
Honestly, nothing in parenthood surprises me anymore. But it is funny watching him suction it to himself and pretend to pump like mama. So while my hubby gets the kids into the bath, I take like 2 minutes to wash the day off my face. Right now I'm using Sturm, which is a really nice light exfoliant face wash. I find it is really key for days that I'm wearing a lot of makeup since I get a lot of dry skin, so it's nice to kind of slough that off. I then take off my makeup with some basic drugstore brand. I think it's a Neutrogena, it does the trick. And then I use the SkinCeuticals Redness Neutralizing Serum, which I kind of got suckered into buying in some cosmetic consultation, but honestly, I'm not mad about it. And while I'm not personally sold on it, I'm using Reversal's moisturizer for redness. I don't think it's helped my redness, to be honest, but I'm just trying to use it up before I buy something new. So this is when my hubby and I do a little tag team action.
I tell you, I gotta commend for.
Oh, here we go, King. Whoa. Here's the answers. Here's the answers. A hard tag by The Rock.
Hard tag, you slapped him.
And no, I was not gonna film the bath and dressing stages of our night, but my hubs takes O, gets him lotioned up and into his PJs, and then he takes him downstairs to try to coerce him into taking that bottle of pumped milk. It is kind of a stealthy ninja operation because if O sees me, hears me, smells me, or like psychically senses that I am too close by, he will not take the damn bottle. So we basically need to be as far away from each other as possible. Meanwhile, I dress E and I give him a little bedtime snack, maybe some peanut butter on toast or some crackers and cheese, and we listen to a story from Kids Short Stories podcast. This is honestly the best thing ever because sometimes you're just too tired at the end of the day to muscle through a heavy read like Dr. Seuss.
I am indeed a cat, and this, indeed, is a hat.
Am I right? Anyways, once O finishes his bottle, my husband and I switch places. Hubs takes E to read a book and brush his teeth. If you want to know what that looks like, here is some actual live footage of that in action. So yeah, I am happy that that's not my task. But I take O to breastfeed, which is really just like a top up to make sure that he's full after his bottle. And it's also just nice cuddle time for him and I. And then we attempt to read a few books, which is often a struggle with a wobbly, tired babe. But some of my favorites for newborns, in case you're looking for some good new reads, any of the Jellycat books, like If I Were a Bunny, or If I Were a Dog, or If I Were a Polar Bear, got them all. Also the That's Not My blank books, That's Not My Narwhal, That's Not My Unicorn, or whatever. Runaway Bunny, which I cry reading every time. I don't know what it is about bunnies, but it's, gets me. And also the Very Hungry Caterpillar. Anyways, I pop him into his crib and sing him a little song. I don't actually know what this song is called, but my nanny used to sing E something similar, but the tune had Filipino words to it. So I just kind of picked up the general tune and I think I adapted it a little bit over time. So I don't know, I guess it's my own version of a lullaby now. And by the way, if you were wondering, what is that god-awful noise in the background? That, my friends, is what we call the soundtrack of parenthood. White noise. You can walk through any room or any floor of my house and you will hear that on full blast. Okay, kids down. O is working himself out to try to get himself to sleep. I get downstairs to pump.
On the one hand, this is like my least favorite part of my day, pumping. But on the other hand, it means that my day is over and it's pretty much time to go to bed. So it's a toss-up. Do I love it? Do I hate it? Bit of both, folks. But it's what you gotta do. It means that maybe one day, when I can leave the house, someone can feed my kid for me. That's the hope. I'm holding out for that. Might be wishful thinking.
I really only pump twice a day, once before bed to fully empty, and then once in the middle of the night to maintain my supply and also to freeze some milk for my boys and for others. Since giving birth, I've donated about 2,000 ounces of breast milk to moms in my community. And that feels like such a mitzvah for me, since I honestly sacrificed everything I had to produce enough milk in the early days with E. And he was still hungry for more. So I just feel like being a mom, a new mom, is so stressful, especially in a pandemic. So if I can help take away one little burden for a few moms in need, it is totally worth me getting up in the middle of the night for, I don't know, a few more months or whatever. I also have my own little bedtime snack. Now, honestly, I go to bed so early, but I have a long night ahead. And what I find is that no matter what, when I wake up to pump, I'm hungry. So I really need to have a satisfying snack before bed, pretty much as I can eat without it causing the opposite problem and triggering digestive issues. Tonight I did like a big bowl of full-fat Greek yogurt with some cereal for crunch and some blueberries. I like that combo. Plus, I also wanted a little something sweet before bed too, so I capped things off with a fudgicle bar for fun. And now we brush our teeth. So many of you pointed out in my morning routine video that I was brushing incorrectly with my electric brush. Sorry. Apparently there's no need to move it around like you would a manual brush when the rotating bristles do all that work for you. Amazing, because I'm lazy and my wrist is, I don't know. That was gonna be a sex joke.
That's what she said.
But I'm a parent with 2 babies. That would be a lie. So anyways, no, I won't be moving my electric brush around anymore. Thank you very much. But also, I don't floss every day. I wish I could say I flossed every day. But again, lazy, tired, parent, no. I need those extra 3 flossing minutes to like lay in bed and not sleep.
Mommy, mommy, mama, mama.
Next, quick trigger warning. I'm about to take my contacts out, which, let's be real, I don't know, I fall asleep in more often than I care to admit. And the sexiest part of my bedtime routine, my removable retainer and mouth guard combo. Yes, please. The dentist says I am the only adult that she knows who still wears her removable retainer from her braces days, but I don't want those teeth to move. And I had to get a mouth guard for the first time in my life just a few months ago because COVID had me like grinding my teeth in anxiety and stress. And apparently, sexy mouth guards are on trend right now, as my dentist said that sales are on the rise from this. So I'm not alone. Anyway, supplements come next. So my supplement regimen changes all the time just based on my needs and stages of life. Right now before bed, I'm taking sunflower lecithin to prevent clogged ducts, vitamin D3, omega-3, prenatal vitamins still, and L-glutamine for digestion. Now, a quick reminder that these supplements are very specific to me and my needs. I get regular blood work done, so I know exactly what I need to take more of and how much I need to take. Always speak to your doctor or dietitian about your unique needs. Remember also that too much of a specific nutrient can also be a problem, so please do not self-diagnose or self-prescribe. Always speak to a dietitian about your supplement needs. I also take a scoop of magnesium calm just to help support my sleep and relaxation, which we know I need help with, and a scoop of Bellway's psyllium fiber. So psyllium is actually FODMAP friendly and often recommended for IBS. So I have found it to be helpful for keeping things on track, especially since I've had to mindfully reduce a lot of my higher fiber staples in my diet. Then I get myself to bed and I really start my sleep hygiene routine. Now, I've talked about my insomnia a lot in the past, And while it is miles better than it was back in 2019 when I was doing IVF and suffering from pregnancy loss, it's not perfect. I have good nights and not so good nights, a lot of which can depend on what happened during the day. But I start things off with a little spritz of melatonin, which, I don't know, is probably more placebo at this point than anything, since I've likely built up some tolerance to its effects at this point. Then I basically read until my eyes start to feel droopy. Sometimes I even doze off for a second. I tend to try to read kind of semi-boring, non-work related books, usually parenting and relationship advice. FYI, in case you're wondering, I like Janet Lansbury's work, but I do kind of blend Rye and Montessori methods myself in my parenting because I find some of her techniques feel, I don't know, a little unnatural to me. But that's also okay since I'm like half sleeping through reading it, so it's more of like a sleep tactic than anything. It's also worth me noting that I get up to pee like 4 times between when I get into bed and when I actually fall asleep, which is probably more of like a nervous anxiety habit than an actual need to go. Most nights these days, when I put my book down because my eyes are droopy and I turn off the lights, I can pretty much go right to sleep, which is great. But sometimes I get in my head and I lay there and I think, what if I don't sleep? How long have I been laying here? If it's been 20 minutes, my therapist said I should get out of bed so I don't poison my bed. Maybe I need to pee a little bit, and if I don't go, I'll just wake up again. Maybe I'm a little bit hungry and I should go have a snack. Oh, now I'm thirsty. Now I have to pee. Blah, 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 blah. So a few nights of the week, I end up having to get up and do something in another room. Recently, I've gotten into the annoying habit of walking on the treadmill and watching some light TV to kind of like reset my anxious brain. This is not like a HIIT session. This is a pretty leisurely, slow walk. But I almost see it as like a walking meditation because sometimes if I'm too still, as I am in my bed, my mind just doesn't slow down. So I see it as being better to move my body so that my mind can get to rest. This is also not the best time for like my beloved true crime shows. I've made that mistake in the past and it has haunted me as I tried to get back to sleep. I try to keep it really light and boring with like Jeopardy or Wheel of Fortune, something that feels kind of geriatric, which I guess reminds me of sleep. Sorry, Grams. So after doing like 30 to 60 minutes of something like that, I'm usually calm enough to try again. And usually I am able to fall asleep. But then I do have to get up at like 1:30 in the morning to pump, and usually I can fall back asleep, but it is also short-lived if I do because, well, you guys know I'm an early bird.
Yep, you read that right, 4 a.m.
Partially by obligation, partially by choice. But I mean, I don't know, if I had my way, I would love to sleep until 6. Love it. Please. I can't wait for that day when I can sleep until 6 because maybe my boys are teens and they are asleep until 10 a.m. I am going to love that. But that's it. I bet you expected me to give you this super wellness wooey evening routine filled with acts of self-care like meditation and journaling and bubble baths and face masks, but I'm trying to keep it real here. I am generally so exhausted just juggling everything on my plate, and my cup feels so perpetually empty that I kind of just have tunnel vision on just getting myself to sleep. So I can't even really say something reassuring like, this is just what works for me, because if I had it my way, this probably wouldn't be my evening routine. This is a routine of a woman who is kind of burnt out and also existing in survival mode. I know I have so many privileges and I'm so blessed in so many ways, but I will say that the past few years between infertility and pregnancy, postpartum, infertility, pregnancy, postpartum, and COVID hasn't been so great for my sleep. So here I am just really doing the best damn job that I can. And on that note, that is all that I have for you guys today. Thank you again to Bellway for sponsoring this video. If you liked it, be sure to give it the thumbs up. Leave me a comment below on what vlog content you want to see next. Subscribe to the channel, and I will see you next time on Abby's Kitchen. Bye! And for more great vlog content like this, check out the link right here.